Hey everyone, welcome back to your My Ninja Academy. Today we're going to go through the secret of Naruto's artificial arm. If you'd like to see more about Naruto on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. Crazy and absurd theories about Naruto and Boruto's universe come and go, and while this one in particular is not something talked about much in the fandom, it could very well turn out to be something quite interesting if we connect some very important dots within the whole plot. Have you ever stopped to think a little bit about Naruto's right arm? How it's not only something quite mysterious, but could also present some very interesting things if Boruto's work wanted to go a little further with it. Of course, not just using the arm in a normal way, but perhaps allowing the Uzumaki to make use of abilities and techniques that are outside of his own. In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about Hashirama cells, and the possibility of Naruto Uzumaki having the ability to use the Mokuton style, the wooden technique of the first Hokage. During the climax of Naruto and Sasuke's final battle, the two characters, after exhausting themselves to the max, stake out one last blow. With the remains of Kurama Yin's chakra reserve, the Uzumaki uses the Rasengan against the Uchiha's Kagusuchi-enforced Chidori, resulting in a huge explosion that destroys the valley and takes both shinobi's arms along with it, costing Naruto his right arm and Sasuke his left. Subsequent to this, Naruto was given his prosthetic arm by Tsunade to replace the one he lost, while Sasuke apparently seemed to choose to remain as is. This arm was created from the famous cells of the first, or rather, Hashirama cells. Hashirama cells are unique genes derived from the body of the first Hokage, Hashirama Senju. In the works of Naruto, those who possess these cells increase their physical energy levels, and are able to awaken the ability to use wood style, the incredible healing ability, and the control of the tailed beast through them. Currently, the study of free manipulation of these cells is assigned as a kind of forbidden technology. And as such, wood-style techniques have come to be treated as kenjutsu. The body of the first Hokage included enormous vitality, and this ability was later inherited by the possessors of his cells, which could cause severe reactions and rejections in the host's body. Hiruzen mentioned that the chances of success of implementing such cells in newborns are minimal. In the anime, it is also stated that it could drive the bearer of them insane, or even make them sick. But the immune system of people like Mitsuki is able to resist. Other amazing capabilities of wood style is to stimulate the soil and transmute organic matter into the wood. However, using the style through cells can cause fatigue and an absurd expenditure of chakra. Furthermore, it takes a very delicate control, resulting in the transformation of the bearer's own cells into wood and consequently causing his death, although the process can be stopped by getting rid of the out-of-control cells. In the anime, some characters who had Hashirama cells inserted into their body developed most of the characteristics we mentioned. Yamato's case is certainly the best example of this aspect, because as one of the only experiments of Orochimaru able to survive, the character became able to use Mokuton Jutsu, combining the earth and water elements. Others like Madara and Obito also proved formidable opponents on their own, but alongside the cells of the first Hokage, they were almost invincible. Their healing abilities and absurd control over the tailed beasts allowed them to gain even more power during their fourth Great Ninja War. If we are to go with this line of reasoning, we could easily say that Naruto would also be able to make good use of the wood style. After all, thanks to the studies of Konoha's doctors, but mainly thanks to Tsunade and Sakura, who did a great job after the war. The implant of his arm was practically perfect. Thus, the Hokage acquired a brand new arm, which allowed him to perform jutsus and fight without any difficulty. More information that forms this idea even more is the fact that Naruto is a descendant of the Uzumaki, or rather a descendant of Mito Uzumaki, which theoretically could make him capable of making use of the Mokuton style with relative ease. Also, and here's another argument that may not exactly be something said or confirmed to be real, since this has never guaranteed power to anyone, but both Naruto and Hashirama are not only descendants of Ashura, but also reincarnations. This obviously does not guarantee the ability to use such abilities to the fullest, but it is something the two characters have in common. The reincarnations feature allows them not only to be much more powerful than normal, but apparently gives them a much larger amount of chakra as well. This is evident because Sasuke, unlike others in his clan, possessed an abysmal amount of chakra and control. Of course, in reality, the superhuman abilities of both characters probably derive, in particular, because of reincarnations. Of course, this does not take away the merit of training or good use of their natural abilities as characters who are descendants of absurd clans in terms of chakra and special jutsus. This, altogether, is what made both of them become known as the most powerful shinobi in history, having their powers coveted by many others throughout the ages. But why has Naruto never demonstrated any wooden jutsu before? A big probability is that even though Naruto has an affinity for all the elements, even with six-path sage mode and whatnot, he can't mix the earth and water chakras to create wood. He can only manipulate the elements separately, even with the power of the bijus. Even considering the reason he keeps his arm bandaged, as if to hide something, we can only assume that that prosthetic probably isn't the most beautiful thing in the world. Just remember the way Danzo's arm was. In the end, it would be similar, but without the Sharingan's covering the extension. If it's hideous and white like that, anyone would want to hide it. So we can only assume the Hokage keeps it bandaged for aesthetic reasons. A curiosity about this is that in the light novel, The Last, the one turned anime with a complete focus on Naruto and Hinata's relationship. It is stated that the Uzumaki keeps the bands because the bandages seem to remind him and symbolize his friendship with Sasuke Uchiha, how it was created and how difficult it was to form the bonds again. Beautiful, isn't it? Another possibility with absolute certainty, because of the script convenience or just forgetfulness, another possibility is that also Boruto's work needs to give more prominence to the new generation characters, since they will be the ones taking the lead and facing new villains. In reality, the Uzumaki, thanks not only to the reincarnation feature, but also to the six-path sage mode that he still possesses, which in theory, yes, could make him use Hashirama's techniques with relative ease, since his control and affinity with the elements becomes practically perfect. Also, he has the infamous arm made with the cells, but apparently there can be a relative difference between you having something made with the cells attached to your body and having the cells flowing through your body, as was the case with Madara. So even if the Uzumaki has direct contact with the first Hokage's DNA, that doesn't make him able to use the Mokoten automatically. But however, it wouldn't be strange at all if the scriptwriters just chose not to make use of such conveniences and possibilities coming from Naruto or the crazy and absurd theories we think up every 5 seconds. But it would be really cool if Naruto could make use of the Mokoten techniques to immobilize his enemies and regenerate himself, even if only a little. Now that our Hokage is without Kurama to support him in combat, we're left with just wishful thinking and fan art in the end. But what about you? What do you think about Naruto being able to use wood style? How do you make use of such powerful techniques? Leave in the comments your opinion about it. We'd really like to know. Well, anyway, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. And if you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all, as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite Ninja Academy.